Hello all, I hope you are having a fabulous day. My name is Reggie and today I will be sharing with you my August TBR. August is going to be a game. We're going to play a game. We're going to play the how many books can I read this month game. No, really, my TBR is insane this month and I really hope, actually genuinely hope to finish all of them. This is not like one of those months where I'm like, oh, I don't think I'll get to all of them, but I like options. No, I really want to read all of these books. And there's a million of them. So this is going to be great fun. I'm going to start with the books I'm currently reading. There are 3. The first book I'm currently reading is The Infinite Sea by Ricky Yancey. I am about 120 pages into this book. I started it during the booktubeathon, didn't finish. This is a reread for me and I really like this trilogy, so I hope that I can finish this one. I haven't picked it up in a little bit and I really want to rectify that. I'm not going to give you synopses of all these books, but if you watch my videos or booktube in general, you probably know what most of them are about anyway. Next up, I'm currently reading Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, and I am about 240 pages into this book, and I am buddy reading it with Amber from Currently Amber, kind of, because she's already finished it, and I'm halfway through. I'm enjoying this more than I enjoyed Throne of Glass, but still not everything it's hyped up to be for me, so we'll see. I still hold out hopes that this is the book that changes my mind. I still got like 200 pages left of it for it to do that for me. So hopefully I like this one. The last book that I'm currently reading is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I am also buddy reading this one with Ainsley from Books and Things, and I am about halfway through this book. I'm really, really loving it. This book reads so quick, and I'm having so much fun reading it with Ainsley. So, you know, the only way that I feel like I won't be reading all these books is that if I decide to just drop everything else and continue this series, because it's light but it's fun and it's quick and I love that. Next up, I want to read The Last Star, which is the last book in the Fifth Wave trilogy. I did go to a Ricky Yancey signing when this book came out. Hadn't read it yet. Still haven't read it yet. Like I said, I'm rereading the series leading up to this, and I'm worried. I've heard some mixed reviews, but I'm excited. Next up, I have 2 audiobooks I hope to listen to during the month. The first is The Well of Ascension, which is the sequel to Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I read the first book last month. I loved it. I plan on doing a review very soon. And yes, just it's so great. Then I plan on listening to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. I stopped listening to these audiobooks a bit ago. I mean, I've read all of these books before, of course, a million times before, but I'm listening to the audiobooks for the very first time. I stopped after the Goblet of Fire because, well, it made me cry more than I thought it would, and this book will definitely make me cry, so I'm a little worried about listening to it, but this is the month I do it. It's gonna happen. Both of those audiobooks I'm listening to this month are pretty chunky, guys, so I'm hoping I can finish them both, but we'll see. After that, I most definitely want to read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is, of course, the 8th book 19 years later, which is a script. So the reason I have not yet read this, as many diehard Harry Potter fans like myself have already, is because I am saving it for about mid-August. A group of friends and I are going to do a dramatic reading of this, so you know, each person's going to read a couple parts like a play, and it's going to be so much fun, but I'm saving it for that because I don't want to ruin the experience of reading it with them for the first time. So this is going to have to wait, but I'm really, really excited and mostly nervous. I am not expecting great things, but I'm still really excited for it. I don't know. I also really want to read the 2nd and 3rd books in the Winter's trilogy, which are The Winter's Crime and The Winter's Kiss. I read The Winter's Curse last month, really loved it, really want to just kind of binge the trilogy and finish it up because I love the characters, I love the world, and I'm really interested in seeing where it's going. I also want to do a trilogy review, and I don't like doing series reviews when I've read the books spaced out very much, so no, we're not done, we have more. Next up, I want to read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I've never read Pride and Prejudice. I mentioned this like back in January, and I was like, I'm going to read it, it's going to be the first classic I read this year. It is going to be the first classic I read this year, but that was not my intent. My intent was to read like 8 by now. What's finally pushed me to read this, though, is the Ostentatious Book Club. That is just the push I needed. I don't know if I'm going to continue reading throughout the other months, but definitely this one, because she's starting off with the one I wanted to read the most. Next up, I want to read the graphic novel Fun Home. I have discussed how sad and disappointed I am at myself for not reading this previously. This is a graphic novel I've heard so much about. There is a musical based on it. I love musicals. Haven't listened to the musical because I want to read the graphic novel first. Haven't read it yet. I've wanted to read this for years. Haven't read it yet. Finally picked it up from the library. I'm really excited to get to it. I know it will be a quick read. Then I want to read Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. I finally got my hands on a copy and I'm so excited to read this. I have been dying to get my hands on this since it came out. I don't know why I didn't buy it when it was available on Book Depository, but like the second it wasn't available, I regretted it. I've been trying to find a copy ever since, and I'm so excited to read this short story by Rainbow Rowell because if you guys don't know, Rainbow Rowell is one of my favorite authors of all time. Love her. I also really want to read Uglies by Scott Westerfield for a read-along that is being hosted by Allie at the Little Librarian. I am so interested in reading this, so excited to read this, and excited to read it with a group of people. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've got no words except that I hope I read them all. And I'm not going to say I'm probably not going to because I want to read them all to give myself credit. These three will most definitely be one sitting. And then this one and the other one are audiobooks. And then these three I'm already a substantial of the way through all of them, so maybe I have an actual shot at reading all of these books. I can't even hold them up, so probably not, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, and comment down below, let me know what you're most excited to read this month. I can't give you one because I'm most excited to read all of them, that's why they're all here. But hopefully you know what you're most excited to read and you can tell me about it down below. If you've read any of the books I plan on reading, then also tell me what you thought of them. No spoilers, of course, but tell me if you enjoyed them. If you haven't already, subscribe. I will see you in my next video. Bye!